Have you ever found yourself wondering if the woman you're speaking with might be secretly drawn to you? Here's the truth. Her actions often speak louder than her words. It's not always what she says that matters most. It's the things she does, often without even realizing it. Attraction has a way of sneaking into the unspoken, showing itself through the smallest, most subtle gestures. Let me ask you this. What if I told you there's one particular thing women tend to do unconsciously when they feel a deep connection with someone? It's subtle, easy to overlook, but incredibly revealing about her true feelings. Would you be able to spot it? Just imagine how much more meaningful your conversations could become if you knew how to read this hidden language of attraction. What if you could understand those quiet, telling signs that most men never notice? In today's video, we'll dive into the fascinating world of subtle psychological behaviors women display when they're genuinely interested. Once you recognize these cues, your understanding of connection and attraction will change forever. From the way she glances at you to the subtle shifts in how she positions herself when you're near, these small actions can reveal more than you might think. In this video, we're not talking about using tricks or playing games. Instead, we'll explore the deeper psychology of human connection and attraction. Have you ever caught yourself wondering, is she truly interested, or is she just being kind? If so, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of the signs that can help you answer that question confidently. Imagine the next time you're with her, you notice something different, something that opens your eyes to her true feelings. It could change the way you see your connection entirely. Before we dive into these telltale signs, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future insights about relationships and attraction. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of women's psychology and discover how to interpret the hidden signals of attraction? Let's get started. Let's dive into one of the most telling signs of attraction: eye contact. You've probably heard the phrase, "The eyes are the windows to the soul." When it comes to attraction, this couldn't be more accurate. Eye contact is one of the most genuine and consistent ways a woman may express her interest in you, though it's often subtle and layered rather than obvious. For example, if a woman is genuinely drawn to you, she might hold your gaze slightly longer than what's typical during casual conversation. It's not dramatic, but those few extra seconds of sustained eye contact can carry a depth that leaves you wondering if there's something more. On the other hand, not all expressions of attraction are bold. Some women communicate their interest in quieter, more reserved ways. You might catch her stealing a glance at you, but the moment your eyes meet, she quickly looks away, almost as if she's been caught revealing her thoughts. What's even more intriguing is how this behavior often repeats. She glances at you when she thinks you're not paying attention, and then averts her eyes again when you notice. Another sign to watch for is the intensity of her gaze. Is there a warmth, a spark, or an energy that feels different from everyday interaction? These subtle cues often speak louder than words, offering a glimpse into her true feelings. Understanding these small but powerful signals can change the way you interpret attraction. Stay tuned, because there's so much more to uncover about how connection and interest are communicated through body language and beyond. When a woman focuses her attention fully on you during a conversation, it often reveals more than just an interest in what you're saying. It shows she's genuinely intrigued by you as a person. This can manifest in subtle ways: a softening of her facial expression, her pupils dilating slightly as she listens closely, or even a gentle tilt of her head. These are natural, subconscious cues triggered by the brain's response to attraction. However, context is key. In professional or group settings, she might be more restrained, making her eye contact brief or carefully measured to maintain social decorum. Recognizing these nuances can give you deeper insight into her level of interest. Body language, too, plays a major role in decoding attraction. Women often express their feelings not through words, but through how they position themselves around you. The distinction between open and closed body language is crucial here. When a woman is attracted to you, her body language tends to be open and inviting. She might face you directly, her shoulders squared toward you, signaling her full attention. Her arms and legs are likely relaxed and uncrossed, indicating comfort and receptiveness. On the other hand, closed body language, such as crossed arms, leaning away, or angling her body away from you, can suggest disinterest or discomfort. One of the most intriguing signs to watch for is mirroring. This occurs when a woman subconsciously mimics your movements or posture, creating a sense of harmony and connection. For instance, if you lean forward slightly while talking, she may instinctively do the same. If you adjust your seating position or take a sip of your drink, she might follow suit. This isn't something she's doing intentionally. It's a natural psychological response when we feel a connection with someone. Proximity is another powerful indicator of attraction. A woman who is interested in you may find ways to subtly reduce the physical distance between you. She might sit or stand closer than necessary, or position herself so you're consistently within her personal space. At social gatherings, you might notice her coincidentally ending up nearby throughout the event. These small gestures, even if unconscious, are rarely random. They reflect a desire to be closer to you. Lastly, observe how she reacts to your movements and position. Does she subtly shift to remain in your line of sight? Does she angle her body toward you when you're speaking, even if you're in a group? These subtle adjustments show an effort to maintain a connection, even without words. By paying attention to these small but significant cues, her focus, body language, mirroring behavior, proximity, and adjustments to your movements, you can gain a deeper understanding of her feelings. Attraction often reveals itself not in grand gestures, but in these quiet, understated moments that, when noticed, can change the way you view your interactions. These small, subtle cues can speak volumes about her level of interest. Touch and physical signals are among the clearest indicators of attraction, yet they're also some of the most complex to interpret. Depending on her personality and the context, these gestures can range from casual to deeply intentional. Let's break it down. First, consider accidental touches. If she brushes against your arm, lightly bumps into you, or her hand grazes yours while passing an object, these moments might not be entirely coincidental. They're often subtle, low-risk ways for her to test the waters, gauging how you respond to physical contact without overtly signaling her interest. Then, there are intentional touches. These are more deliberate and purposeful. For example, she might place her hand on your arm while laughing at your joke, gently adjust your tie, smooth out your collar, or even brush something off your shoulder. While these gestures seem casual, they're often designed to create a sense of closeness and connection. These small acts bridge the gap between you and can be her way of showing she feels comfortable being physically close to you. Pay attention to the intensity and frequency of these touches. If she touches you multiple times during a conversation, whether it's a playful nudge, a light tap, or a touch that lingers slightly longer, it's a strong indication of comfort and attraction. However, It's essential to recognize that not all women express their interest through touch. Some may be more reserved or shy about initiating physical contact, particularly early on in your interactions. In these cases, her touches may become more noticeable as she grows more at ease around you. Context and patterns matter. A single gesture might seem insignificant on its own, but when combined with other signs of attraction, like prolonged eye contact, open body language, or mirroring, it can take on a deeper meaning. The key is to remain mindful of her overall behavior rather than focusing solely on isolated actions. Ultimately, touch is a universal yet deeply personal way to communicate attraction. Whether accidental or intentional, these physical cues provide a window into her feelings. By paying attention to the nuances and considering the context, you'll better understand her level of interest and the dynamic unfolding between you. One of the clearest signs of attraction is playfulness. When a woman feels at ease and drawn to someone, she's more likely to let her guard down, engaging in light-hearted teasing or playful banter. This behavior serves as a way to create rapport and subtly explore mutual interest. For instance, she might gently poke fun at something you said or did, but her smile will make it clear she's being playful, not critical. She might jokingly challenge you or mimic you in a way that feels charming and warm, not dismissive. These moments of teasing are her way of adding a sense of fun and connection to your interaction. But it's not just what she says, it's how she says it. A playful tone of voice, a mischievous glint in her eye, or a soft laugh accompanying her words can signal that her teasing stems from genuine attraction. If she combines this with subtle physical gestures, like lightly touching your arm or leaning in closer, it's an even stronger indication that she's interested. Playfulness can also manifest in small challenges or games. She might jokingly bet you can't do something or dare you to try something new, creating a shared experience that fosters intimacy and camaraderie. These interactions allow her to express interest without being too direct, adding a layer of excitement to your connection. However, it's essential to note that not all teasing is rooted in attraction. The context and tone matter. If her teasing feels harsh, dismissive, or lacks warmth, it's unlikely to signal romantic interest. On the other hand, if her words are accompanied by laughter, genuine smiles, and a sense of warmth, it's a strong sign that she feels drawn to you. A woman's communication style can also reveal her feelings. When a woman is attracted to you, her tone of voice and speech patterns may subtly change during your conversations. For instance, her voice might soften or take on a slightly higher pitch when she's speaking with you. This isn't a conscious choice, but a natural biological response tied to attraction. Research in psychology and biology suggests that women's vocal tones can shift to sound more nurturing or feminine when they're interested in someone, signaling approachability and warmth. Some women may also slow their speech when they're talking to someone they're attracted to. This is often an unconscious attempt to hold your attention and create a more intimate, engaging connection. Pay close attention to how she speaks to you compared to others. Does her tone become more playful, flirtatious, or expressive? If so, it's a sign that she feels a special connection with you. Laughter is another powerful clue. If she laughs more easily at your jokes, even the ones that aren't particularly funny, it's a strong indicator that she enjoys your company and wants to build a bond. Laughter is a universal signal of comfort, shared understanding, and attraction. You might even notice that her laugh changes when she's with you, becoming lighter, softer, or more genuine. These subtle differences often point to her interest in deepening your connection. And don't overlook the importance of silence. If she feels comfortable sharing quiet moments with you, it's a sign of trust and attraction. Silence doesn't have to be awkward. In fact, it can signify a deep level of connection where words are unnecessary. The ability to enjoy each other's company in quiet moments often reflects a meaningful bond. Playfulness, tone of voice, laughter, and even silence can all provide insights into a woman's feelings. By observing these subtle cues and understanding their context, you'll be better equipped to recognize when she's expressing genuine attraction. These signs, while often understated, speak volumes about her comfort and interest in you, paving the way for deeper connection and understanding. One clear indicator of attraction is the frequency and depth of her communication with you. When a woman is genuinely interested, she'll often go out of her way to keep the conversation flowing, whether it's in person, through text, or other forms of contact. For instance, she might initiate a conversation by texting you first, or she'll respond promptly when you reach out. Even if she's juggling a busy schedule, she'll make time to connect with you, showing that she values and prioritizes your interaction. Pay close attention to how often she reaches out. Does she send you messages just to share a random thought, a funny joke, or something that made her think of you? These seemingly small gestures can carry a lot of weight, as they demonstrate that you're on her mind throughout the day. However, it's not just about the quantity of communication, it's also about the quality. A woman who is attracted to you is likely to steer the conversation beyond superficial topics. She'll ask questions that delve into your life, your goals, your passions, and even your perspectives on various matters. This genuine curiosity reflects her desire to understand you on a deeper level and build a more meaningful connection. Whether through frequent messages or thoughtful discussions, these signs reveal her interest and investment in you as more than just a casual acquaintance. One of the clearest ways a woman expresses attraction is through the effort she puts into her appearance and the way she shares parts of herself with you. You might notice her opening up more, talking about her dreams, thoughts, or personal experiences. This isn't just casual conversation, it's her way of creating a sense of vulnerability and intimacy, inviting you into her world and building a stronger emotional connection. Humor is another powerful indicator of her interest. If she jokes with you, teases you playfully, or shares funny memes and stories, it's a sign she enjoys your company and values the light-hearted moments you share. Humor often acts as a bridge, bringing people closer together, and a woman who is attracted to you will use it to create shared joy and connection. Now let's look at some of the subtle efforts women make when they're interested in someone. One common behavior is small but intentional changes to their appearance. For example, she might dress more stylishly or wear something she knows you've complimented before. If you've mentioned liking a particular outfit or color, don't be surprised if she wears it more often when she's around you. This isn't a coincidence. It's her way of showing she noticed your comment and appreciated it. You might also observe her paying extra attention to grooming and accessories. She may put more effort into her hairstyle, nails, or makeup, especially if she knows she'll be seeing you. These small details, though they may seem subtle, are often deliberate choices designed to leave a positive impression. Beyond physical appearance, pay attention to how she carries herself. A woman who is attracted to you might exude more confidence and poise in your presence. Her posture might be more upright, her movements more deliberate, and even the way she walks or sits could subtly project elegance and self-assurance. These adjustments, while not always overt, are a way of presenting the best version of herself because she wants to stand out in your eyes. It's important to note that these signs are often understated. They're not about grand gestures or dramatic changes, but rather small, intentional efforts that reflect her interest. A woman who is genuinely drawn to you will naturally want to look and feel her best, not out of obligation, but because she genuinely values the impression she leaves on you. By noticing these subtle cues, her openness, humor, and the effort she puts into her appearance and demeanor, you can gain deeper insights into her feelings and the connection she's hoping to build with you. Sometimes, it's the smallest details that speak the loudest. One of the strongest signs of attraction is the effort a woman puts into making you feel valued and appreciated. When she's interested in you, she'll often go out of her way to show it through thoughtful gestures, whether big or small. For example, she might remember specific details about your preferences, like your favorite drink, a song you love, or a hobby you enjoy, and surprise you with something related. These little actions demonstrate that she's not only paying attention, but genuinely cares about what makes you happy. She might also offer to lend a hand, even with simple tasks, like carrying something for you or helping you proofread a document. These seemingly minor acts of kindness reveal her desire to contribute to your well-being and show she's invested in your happiness. Beyond that, she may make a point to celebrate your achievements and milestones. Whether it's congratulating you on a work success, acknowledging your efforts, or sending you a heartfelt message on your birthday, these moments highlight her intent to deepen your connection. And then there's the power of compliments. A woman who is attracted to you will often express her admiration in meaningful ways. She might praise your appearance, highlight aspects of your personality she finds inspiring, or commend something you've accomplished. These compliments aren't just flattery, they're her way of showing genuine appreciation and creating a bond. In all these ways, her efforts to make you feel special are a clear indication of her interest and affection. Compliments can be a strong sign of attraction, especially when they're specific and sincere, highlighting what genuinely impresses her about you. But beyond these obvious gestures, it's important to observe how she treats you in day-to-day situations. Does she make time for you, even when her schedule is busy? Does she prioritize including you in her plans or invite you to share activities she enjoys? These actions often say more about her interest than words ever could. Another way women often explore attraction is through subtle questions or hypothetical scenarios. These are designed to gauge your feelings without coming across as too direct. For instance, she might casually ask about the qualities you value in a relationship or what your ideal partner might be like. While these questions may seem innocent, they often serve as a way for her to determine if she aligns with your preferences and what you're seeking in a connection. She might also inquire about your future plans or goals, signaling her curiosity about how you envision your life, and potentially hers, in the bigger picture. Playful hypotheticals are another tool she might use, such as, what would we do if we were stranded on a deserted island together? Though these scenarios might seem light-hearted, they're often her way of subtly exploring your dynamic and how you perceive her. It's not just about the questions she asks, but how she engages with your answers. Does she listen attentively, showing genuine interest in what you're saying? Does she follow up with additional questions or share her own perspective on the topic? The depth of her engagement reveals a lot about her feelings and her desire to connect with you on a meaningful level. Ultimately, her actions questions and reactions provide valuable insight into her attraction. By paying attention to the ways she includes you in her life and how she interacts with your thoughts and feelings, you can better understand her intentions and the connection she's hoping to build. As we wrap up this video, let's take a moment to reflect on some of the key behaviors that may indicate a woman is genuinely attracted to you. These signs aren't random. They're deeply rooted in human psychology and often reveal more about her emotions than words ever could. First, consider her eye contact. Does she hold your gaze a little longer than what feels typical? Or perhaps she glances at you shyly, quickly looking away, only to sneak another look moments later. These subtle, unspoken movements are often her way of expressing interest without directly verbalizing it. Eye contact is a powerful tool. It fosters trust, builds connection, and creates an undeniable sense of intimacy. Next, pay attention to her body language. Is she leaning slightly toward you during conversations? Does she mirror your gestures or position herself closer to you in group settings? These unconscious actions often signal that she feels at ease and safe in your presence. Open body language and a willingness to share physical space are subtle but meaningful ways of saying, "I'm comfortable with you, and I want to be near you." By tuning into these non-verbal cues, her gaze, her gestures, and her movements, you'll gain a deeper understanding of her feelings. Attraction often speaks in whispers, through actions rather than declarations, and learning to recognize these quiet signals can make all the difference in understanding her interest. One of the most telling signs of interest is how she prioritizes her time. If she's making a genuine effort to spend time with you, adjusting her schedule, or taking the initiative to start conversations, it's a strong indication that you're important to her. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, and people naturally dedicate it to those they care about. Another key behavior to watch for is active listening. Does she seem fully engaged when you're speaking? Does she ask thoughtful questions or remember small details about your life? This level of attentiveness shows that she's genuinely interested in you as a person, beyond just surface-level interactions. Her ability to recall the little things reflects her effort to create a deeper connection. Pay attention to her subtle tests, too. Whether it's through playful teasing or light-hearted hypothetical scenarios, she might be trying to understand you better and build rapport. These moments often serve as a way for her to gauge your reactions and compatibility in a fun, non-threatening way. Recognizing these behaviors isn't just about identifying attraction, it's about fostering deeper, more meaningful connections. Understanding these nuances of human psychology helps build relationships based on respect, clear communication, and mutual appreciation. If you found this video insightful, don't leave without showing your support. Give it a thumbs up to let us know we're bringing value to your journey, and share it with someone who could benefit from these insights. Don't forget to subscribe for more thoughtful discussions on relationships, psychology, and the Stoic approach to life. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed these signs in the people around you? Share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to read them and keep the conversation going. I am the Stoic Spirit. Thank you for watching, and remember, the more you understand about others, the stronger and more meaningful your connections will become. See you in the next video.